A strong jawline, of course, can be an enviable feature, especially when more than half of Canadians say that they actually have a double chin. But there are some simple solutions that can help. And earlier, I spoke with dermatologist Dr. Julia Carroll. Doctor, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
I feel like I should be talking like this.
I know, we're doing this all morning.
Yeah.
Yes. So have you ever heard of the term chin-anxiety?
No, but is that anxiety over my chin?
That is exactly it. So we are having chin-anxiety right now. Yeah. So we know that about 55% of Canadians feel that they have a slight to considerable double chin. Okay. And 66% of those people are actually bothered by it. Particularly men feel that this might get in the way of romantic relationships.
All right. And how much does your profile really kind of affect your feature and your features and how people perceive you?
Well, it's a great question because I think we live in a bit of this selfie world, right? Where we're doing this all the time and we see ourselves that way. But if you actually look at the way we interact in the world, we interact on the oblique. You know, you don't usually face people front on when you're talking. So what you see in the mirror is not what most people see on their day-to-day interactions with you. So the jawline and the profile is actually very important to your appearance and the perception that you give out.
All right, that's a good point. And is it just some of this part of the natural aging process, though, that the skin just sags after a while?
It's part of it that you sag, but I actually see a lot of 20s and 30-year-old people, and they'll say, you know, this, I know what's going to happen to me. This is a family trait. My dad has it. My grandmother has it. It's the, you know, it's the Smith chin, that kind of thing, right? Yeah. So it's, and it doesn't have to always do with weight either. You can be in great shape and still have that little bit of extra fat there.
All right, but this is not something that you need to accept or just blame on your genetics or your ancestors. Right. You can actually do some non-surgical things about it. Yeah,
we have some great options. So one of the newest things on the market in Canada is called Belkyra, and it's an injectable solution. So it's deoxycholic acid, and basically we make little injections into the skin, and it creates a reaction in the skin, and it melts the fat. Much like in your stomach, you melt the fat of the fatty foods that you eat. It's the exact same process. So this can be done in 20 minutes, half an hour in the office. You do a series of them, so it's a gradual improvement, and then it's permanent. Once we've done it, those fat cells are not coming back.
Oh, isn't that nice? Okay. Yeah. Is there any recuperation time involved with
that? You
get
a little bit of swelling, so we say about 2 to 4 days of social downtime. And then there's another, a more of a procedural, like a laser type option. It's called CoolSculpt Mini. So this is an applicator that you put on, and instead of using the acidic process to break down the fat, it actually freezes that fat and damages the fat cells, and it breaks them down. So it's just a little, sort of like a suction cup that you put on in office, and then it freezes that fat away.
Science, isn't it a beautiful thing? So, all right, what else have we got here?
So other options are sort of our traditional injectables that we can use on the neck. So Botox is something we've had in a long time in Canada, and when you think about it for lines, you know, between the brows, but we can actually use it for, there's neck muscles. When you go like this, it pulls the neck down, and that can affect the jawline. So if we relax these a little bit, it can make the jawline more defined. And then also with our fillers, a lot of the times we will define the jawline, and that gives a long result. So whether it's improving the profile of the chin or using a little bit of product to pull back or just to strengthen the appearance of the jawline, fillers are a great option for that as well. So Juvederm Voluma is something I use a lot in my practice.
All right, and finally, for the guys, there's one other non-surgical method: grow a beard.
Well, you could also do, you can become a hipster.
But you got to watch how you're trimming that, right? Because you could accentuate.
You could, I'm not a beard expert, but I think I've seen a lot of bad beards around.
Dr. Julia Carroll, some great advice as always. Thanks. It's great to see you.